Hello everybody, Meta here. Continuing on Generation 2 ROM hacks with something just a bit different. For this video, I wanted to give recognition and a brief overview over some ROM hacks that, while they may not be a whole new experience like some of the other ROM hacks I reviewed, set out to improve the base game through quality of life improvements and some smaller changes. So I decided to grab a couple of small hacks for Pokemon Silver to check out and go over all in one video. And yes, I did play Silver 3 separate times to experience each hack as it is, and what they did have to offer on their own. I'm just happy that Generation 2 is my favorite, or else I would have gotten tired of it after playing all those back to back. I quickly do want to leave with a small disclaimer. I would not recommend combining some of these hacks into one Frankenstein hack, because you might get some interesting results. Anyways, let's get to our first hack of the video. While it is the smallest hack within this video, the RTC changer by Infamous is a pretty useful hack. It gives the player the option to freely adjust the in-game clock to any time or any day they want. This can help you change the time in order to catch some of the more time-sensitive Pokemon or events in the game without having to wait until that time arrives. It can also be really useful to readjust the in-game clock after using any speed-up functions in an emulator, which I appreciated. The best thing about this hack is that you can add it to any other hack, considering that it's such a small change and it doesn't clash with any other hack. Honestly, I think the RTC changer is a neat quality of life addition to any hack or the base game itself that gives the player more freedom and control when playing these games, and I will probably add it anytime I plan on doing a casual playthrough. Pokemon Gold and Silver Recurve by Chaotic Brave sets to change the level curve of the original Gold and Silver to that of Pokemon Red and Blue. And while it doesn't truly fix the issues with the original game's curve itself, it does add a bit of more challenge to the game. Gym leaders, trainers, Team Rocket members, and even the wild Pokemon have all been buffed up due to this change. The hack also includes a small fix to both Ho-Oh and Lugia, so they keep their signature moves despite being a higher level than the originals. I personally think this hack is pretty neat, and also a very interesting way to play these games. And since I typically do find myself breezing through the original Gold and Silver, it's always nice to have a way to make these games a bit harder, forcing me to grind out levels and or be a lot more careful with my choices in battles. I would honestly recommend playing this hack at least once to experience it, but for me, it wouldn't be my go-to way to playing Gold and Silver. However, the next two hacks I'll go over are pretty great contenders for that role. Pokemon Pure Silver by Silkshore provides the player with a simple yet fulfilling experience of the original games, offering the availability of all 251 Pokemon through the additions to the wild Pokemon pools, special events for the legendary and mythical Pokemon, and a method for evolving trait exclusive evolutions. The hack also makes shiny Pokemon a bit more common, and while that may make shinies feel less special for some, for me, I just love that small dopamine rush I get when hearing that soundbite play and seeing the Pokemon before me sporting a different color palette. I'm a simple person, what can I say? This hack was actually the first one I chose for the list, so it was also the first hack I started playing. And I can truthfully say that I had a lot of fun playing this hack. I enjoyed all the special locations and the puzzles for the special Pokemon, giving the original games a bit more substance and adding to the exploration of Pokemon itself, while they're all still optional. I do highly recommend trying to find them all on your own if you do, to get that nice aha moment, but I will provide a link to the Pure Silver HTML page that gives hints to where the special Pokemon can be found. I do highly recommend a playthrough of this hack, as it is a neat upgrade to the original games with some added personal spice as seen through the in-game events. This hack would definitely be a go-to for me whenever I decide to come back and do a casual playthrough of Gold and Silver. Pokemon Argentum by Rustus plays like a small upgrade to Pokemon Silver like Pure Silver, except for some of its own personal touches. Again, all 251 Pokemon are available for the player to obtain, except this time, more of them have been mixed into the wild Pokemon pools, making them just a bit harder to find. But it's still not impossible. As for the legendaries and mythical Pokemon, they don't have the same special events like Pure Silver did, but do reside in their own special locations throughout the two regions, waiting to be found. There is a text document that can be found within the download folder detailing all the locations of said Pokemon, but it's a spoiler, so it's up to you if you decide to look at it. The hack also provides previously owned TMs as well as both ethers and elixirs to the shops, at the low cost of removing both X items and mail from their inventory. Lastly, the hack also gives all the gym leaders modified teams to make them a bit more difficult and unique than the original game. This is especially seen with the Kanto gym leaders actually being a challenge this time. For me, this hack was well made, and I did have a lot of fun playing it. Both this hack and Pure Silver felt very similar to me, but I'm not too big of a fan of the legendaries just being found chilling within some of the dungeons, rather than having a special event like Pure Silver does. Still, their appearance in the game is very much appreciated. I would say that my favorite change the hack brings is making the gym leaders a bit more challenging with their new teams, the Kanto leaders especially, because it's not fun steamrolling them all the time when you just get into Kanto. I mean, they're supposed to be the post-game challenge for you, not some fodder awaiting to be defeated. Argentum is a hack that I would most likely use for a returning playthrough of Gold and Silver, but I'll be honest, it's going to be hard choosing between this and Pure Silver. Throughout my 3 separate playthroughs of Pokemon Silver, I found myself met with 3 separate experiences, all bringing their own ups and downs to the table. In all honesty, I think I had the most fun with Pure Silver, and it's not because I found the most shinies in my playthrough, but because of all the newly added events that felt special, adding a bit more magic and wonder to the games. As much as I did enjoy Argentum's additions to the gym leaders, increasing the overall challenge of the game itself, I mostly find myself wanting that wonder of exploration and discovery in a Pokemon game, which is why I like Pure Silver more. Either way, I think it's always worth giving a hack a try and seeing which ones stick with you. You'll never know what you might find, and it might be the one that truly makes the experience worth having. Meta, out.